Hey everyone, Luke Durden here. This week I wanted to touch on one of the hardest things to do as an artist or a creative individual. I think on the surface it seems obvious what the hardest thing as a creative person would be. It seems straightforward that your work or craft would be the hardest thing. Or you may be thinking it's even making money as a creator. But I think it's a little less obvious than that. It's not to say that creating is easy. I mean, artist block is a real thing. There's tons of books and helpful content out there on how to break free from that subject alone. But I truly believe the hardest thing as an artist is more internal. It's showing your work and showing who you are. I think right now is the best time to be an artist or creator. We have so many ways of expressing ourselves, as well as so many outlets for new viewers to see our work. Whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, or Twitter, just to name a few, we have so many different avenues to explore. Even with all these outlets and different avenues creators can venture, the hardest part starts before you post. It's the fear that your work is not good enough, so when they laugh or make fun of it, that you're a hack or a cheat. I mean, the list is really endless when you listen to yourself. For me, this YouTube channel is something I've always wanted to start, but that fear alone kept me from posting. And even when I did post, that fear kept me from coming back on a regular basis. A few years back, at my day job, I had a client who ran his own marketing business. When he found out I painted, he asked me what kind of artist I wanted to be. He went further to ask whether I wanted to be a commercial artist, as in working for someone, a painter in galleries, meaning working for myself, or a famous dead artist. And it wasn't until many years later I realized what he meant by a famous dead artist, or rather what it meant to me. He was referring to me not sharing my work, or even worse, stopping the craft altogether. Now, this is not to say that I would be famous if I were to drop dead today, but I look at it as more of a philosophical approach to my art career. If I don't share my work, my art is as good as dead. I think the hardest thing about all of this is that it is internal and it's not an external thing. What I mean by that is, if drawing the figure is hard for you, there's tons of free guides and fantastic books that you can study from to improve your craft. If you want to understand color theory, again, there is a guide somewhere out there, most likely free, that will help you understand it a bit better. But this problem is your internal audience. It's your inner critic giving you a 1 out of 5 stars, telling you that that comment is stupid or why bother, no one will ever see this. And on top of that, you now have to battle with algorithms on these platforms. If you don't post regularly, your beautiful portrait you just spent the last month on will get seen by 15 people. The way out is a lot easier said than done. But I think if you recognize it, you can start your path to becoming a more recognized creator. It is to simply just show your work. I'm amazed by the type of unique messages I get now when I show my progress. And people tell me how much they actually enjoy the process of it. I'm posting stuff I'd never share, like failed sketches or cleaning my palette, anything like that, even just tools I use in my studio. And people like to see that, but I would have never known if I never showed my work. So just show your work, because if you don't share your work, no one will find you. The good news is the more you post, the more you share, the more comfortable you will be with it. My best advice would be to set a posting schedule and stick to it. Make it something realistic, but stick to it. You'll be amazed over just a week how your fears of posting or showing your work will slowly go away. So if you're someone who's afraid to post your work, think back to that question I was asked a few years back and honestly ask yourself, what kind of artist do you want to be? If you want to work for someone, they have to see your work. You have to create a portfolio and show it to many people and constantly refine your portfolio to land that dream job. If you want to work for yourself, then you got to share your story, share your process, and share your views on the world. If you want to be a famous dead artist, then continue down your path, because if you don't show your work, no one will find you, or worse, you will stop creating altogether. So let me know down in the comments what type of artist you want to be. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell notification to get notified as soon as I drop a new video. I put out a new video every single week. I hope you all have a fantastic day.